Hello, everyone. So, tomorrow, Plants vs. Zombies 1, the original Plants vs. Zombies game, the one that started it all, in my opinion, the only good one, turns 15, which is, well, it makes me feel old, quite frankly. I mean, there was already the whole thing of Feeding Frenzy turning 20, um, and now Plants vs. Zombies is turning 15. So, I I'm dealing with that right now. But no matter. Today we're going to play through Plants vs. Zombies 1, but there's going to be a little bit of a twist to it. So instead of playing through the game normally, like a normal person, we're going to be playing through with only 6 seed slots. So if you haven't played before, there's a certain number of plants that you can pick before each level, and you start off only being able to pick 6, and that number will increase as you buy more seed slots, up to a maximum of 10. Now, normally, I enjoy playing with 10 seed slots, because that means I can do crazy stuff, like double potato mine. But unfortunately, we're restricting ourselves to just 6, and we're going to try and play through the whole game. I don't think I'm going to make it through the whole game in this stream, but I want to at least get to, like, the nighttime levels, not just finishing before them, but like actually playing some of them. And if I don't finish them all, today, I will finish it all, like maybe tomorrow or next week, something along those lines. But this is going to be more PvZ for at least a little bit. Also, yes, I have heard about PvZ match. I have only really heard about it in passing. I don't really care about it, if that makes sense. From what I hear, it's very similar to like Gardenscapes, which is a big yikes. And also, hello to Caliber, hello to Yellow, hello to Canvas. Welcome in. Yeah, like just use Be Gold. Yeah. So I have actually, so for any of you that have played Plants vs. Zombies, you'll probably notice that all of the cheat codes are active. They don't change the gameplay at all. They just change how it looks. But I have them all active because I like playing with them. So even though you normally can't do it on a fresh save, I have my 100% save, and I activate them all in there. And then they stay active here for some reason. So we're going to start, and there's going to be very little that has changed for the first 6 stages, and then after that it'll start getting interesting. So for the first 6, it'll just be normal. It'll be chill. I mean, the whole stream will be chill, but, you know. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the cursor being so large. This isn't like my normal cursor size. For some reason, it's just this big whenever I play Plants vs. Zombies. Because, like, this is my normal cursor size. I don't get it. This intro. Such a nostalgic intro. And of course, there are zombies. So like I said, nothing changes for the first couple levels because we only have the 1 right now. But once we get to level 1-8, that's when we'll get our 7th plant. And then we'll need to make decisions from that point forward for the rest of the run. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I enjoy how you recreated that, not just plant for plant, but also zombie for zombie in the chiptune album, Yellow. It was really, really cool. I enjoyed it a whole lot. It was great. And looking at the screen actually reminds me that of all of the plants that you don't buy from Crazy Dave, Pea Shooter is the only one that doesn't get a screen like this because you start with it. Which is kind of weird to think about. Try to plant at least 3 of them, the game says. Thank you, I will. Oh yeah, for anyone watching this in the future, if you're expecting me to like make another chiptune album for Plants vs. Zombies, that's probably not going to happen. I mean, that was a huge undertaking, and I am extremely busy now, so unfortunately I can't like do all of that all over again. Yeah, and since Crazy Dave will tell you about the plants that you buy from him, Pea Shooter is the only one that doesn't have a description outside of the almanac. See, game? I planted at least 3 sunflowers. Are you happy? Now, in theory, I could have started the stream after having played up until the point where I need to start picking seeds. But, like, I want to at least, like, show that this is a fresh save. Thank you, Caliber. I very appreciate it. I think I could probably do a better job with the music now that I have more experience, but again, I'm very busy. So if at any point I get the motivation and the time, I might recreate some of the songs from that album. I won't say which ones, but you know, there's a possibility. I'm already flying through the first couple of stages. I mean, they're pretty short, but like, still. Oh, did they spawn the zombies earlier? See, once we get to 1-6 and I have Potato Mine, I'm going to be very happy. There is indeed a zombie on my lawn. Welcome in, Penguin. How are you doing? Now, ideally, at the point when there are more than one zombies on my lawn, I will have the resources to spend a cherry bomb. I mean, there's 2 right now, but, you know, shush. See? Cherry bomb. I'm not going to use it yet. But yeah, you guys want to know something that I learned recently? Apparently, well, I didn't learn it super recently, but like recently-ish. For the longest time, I thought cone heads had twice the health of the regular zombies. But no, they have 3 times as much health. I always thought it was like, oh yeah, the regulars have this much health, the cone heads have twice that, and the bucket heads have 5 times that. But nope, cone heads have 3 times. Yeah, the cone itself is 2 times the regular. I actually forget if the bucket heads are 5 times or 6 times, because either the bucket itself is 5 times, or the whole zombie is 5 times. Cherry bomb is so funny. Yeah. I don't know how much I'll be using walnut. At least in, like, right now. I mean, well, I don't have potato mine, so I might be using walnut. I am actually probably going to use Hypno Shroom at least once. Like, once I get it, and then maybe the level after, because football zombies are a pain to deal with when you only have the night mushrooms. And then for sure I'm going to end up using it during 210. I should actually mention what my rules are going to be for the conveyor belt levels. I'm not going to, like... I'm not going to have any special rules for the conveyor belt levels outside of just, like... Yeah, okay. Let me rephrase. I'm not going to do anything different from what I normally do on conveyor belt levels, because I don't want to do anything different for them. I mean, there are certain conveyor belt levels where you have less than 6 plants to choose from, and there are some that you have more than 6 plants to choose from. But I don't want, like, the entire conveyor belt to get filled up with 1 plant because I'm not using it, you know? So I'm just, like, pretending that the limit doesn't exist for conveyor belts. Why am I planting more sunflowers? Why am I... There is nothing expensive for me to buy. Why am I planting more sunflowers? I really like sunflower. I'm breaking symmetry. There's a pea shooter in a sunflower column. Where is your god now? I swear I'll have, like, actual symmetry in most levels. But right now... Whatever. Probably. There are certain minigames that just aren't affected by this at all because they're conveyor belts. So those won't count. But like, and like it's raining seeds, that also just doesn't apply. But like something like seeing stars, for example, or Zombotany. I'm actually kind of a little afraid of Zombotany 2 and Pogo Party, because those are already difficult stages, and then I'm going to have to do them with 6 seed slots. I have a tutorial on how to play Zombotany 2, or at least my tried and true strategy for Zombotany 2, and that uses all 10 slots. Hi, Crazy Dave. We love Crazy Dave in this house. Oh, okay, Crazy Dave. I understand. You're going bowling? I'm acting like I've never played this game. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is true. I will not be purchasing more seed slots from Dave. I'll have to like very specifically tell myself, okay, he's going to offer a seed slot. I need to press no. Damn it. Come on, Walnut. Really? I'm trying to be efficient. Walnut. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Hey, there we go. We got one. All I need to do is just yell at the walnut. Hell yeah. Darn nuts. What's the PvZ2 counterpart? I'm not as well versed in PvZ2's extra modes compared to PvZ1. Alright, well I have just one. I have 2 Explodo nuts. Oh no! What am I gonna do? Alright, this is where the real fun begins, and by that I mean this is the part where I start doing my regular strategy of using Potato Mine to be really funny. So I'm going to give a little bit of backstory on Potato Mine, and specifically my relationship with it. When I was little, I hated Potato Mine. I did not understand how to use it at all. So I just didn't pick it at all. And when I got it, it would just be for pole vaulter fodder, because it only costs 25. Fast forward, like, I want to say 7 years probably? No. 10 years. Something like that. 7 to 10 years. I realize, wait a minute, it like finishes charging right as the first zombie spawns. Wait a minute, if you place it all the way back here, it's guaranteed to arm by the time the zombie gets to it. Wait a minute, if you only plant potato mines for the first couple zombies, and just like sunflowers all the rest of the way, you start getting a crazy amount of sun. So now I love potato mine. I will sometimes specifically take imitator just for second potato mine, and that's usually what I do on all day levels. Oh, I see. It's another bowling minigame. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They did make a bowling plant. Probably could have waited for potato mine to finish charging, but there's nothing expensive I need, so now I can just spam pea shooters, I think. Oh, and in case you're wondering, no, I don't use potato mine for pole vaulter fodder anymore, because it takes too long to arm and I'll probably get eaten. Now what I do is I will place a sunflower there, since at worst it'll just like create some sun and, you know, it'll be fine. I treat my other sunflowers very well, thank you very much. Also, sunflowers have a very fast recharge, so you can use them a lot. Rest in peace, sunflower. Gave one more sun before it got eaten. What a world we live in. Oh yeah, so the next level will be the last one where the challenge simply does not apply at all. Because we'll get our 6th plant, and then after that we get our 7th. And what the hell, symmetry. See? Symmetry. I told you guys I'd do symmetry. Okay, now this is where things start getting even more fun, because Snow Pea is, like, somewhat more expensive, I guess? So I can't spam it as easily as Pea Shooter. And for that matter, I don't want to spam it as much as Pea Shooter. I want it in every lane. But then after that, it's just a higher cost Pea Shooter. You can't freeze a zombie twice. Some say Stalia in PvZ2 was invented when John Popcap tried to Snow Pea twice. You can already tell that, like, it's going to take a lot more for me to get Snow Peas down since they're my most expensive plant right now. 1-7 because of Giga Footballs? Oh, dear God. Giga Football zombies are weird. I've never fought any of them ever because I haven't really played a demo version of PvZ1. But, like, they look spooky, I'll say that. I already know how bad regular footballs are. So having one with, what, twice as much health? It can, like, resist an insta, right? Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Spadow. Oh yeah, this stage has 2 flags. I think we're also at the point where Walnut has, like, served its purpose for the day stages. Everything else, like, everything just gets slowed too much for them to even approach a Walnut. That being said, I will almost certainly have to use Walnut at least a little bit during the night stages. So that's fun. So you can already tell just how crazy of a plant Snow Pea is. It makes everything move half as fast. Which, like, okay, sure. Later on, it's just not compatible with Torchwood at all. Because even if you slow something down, a Fire Pea will thaw them. But here's the thing. Torchwood doubles the damage of all pea-shooting plants, except for Snow Pea. But Snow Pea doubles the damage of everything in the lane. So even though, like, Torchwood is really, really good, and I like using it alongside something like Gatling Pea or Repeater, I generally prefer, like, Snow Pea and eventually Winter Melon, because they're compatible with everything, and not just pea-shooting plants. So it's already been half an hour. We're half an hour in, and the challenge technically hasn't even started. This game is long, huh? Actually, will I need this pole vaulter to jump? No. Okay, cool. So I have just one. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. I don't know why they never brought Pole Vaulter back. Pole Vaulter is funny. Hello. How's it going? Revenge for biting the sunflower. Get cherry bombed. I mean, it is technically possible to beat PvZ with Cactus. You know what? I respect it, Shadester. You've actually come like at the exact right time, because this is when the challenge like officially starts, because now I have to choose which plants I use. And since I will only have 6 for the rest of the game, well, now we need to make choices. Okay, that was easy. Listen. Chomper, I don't like it. It has its uses, just not right now. Just not right now. If I do switch to using Chomper, so that I can actually like use the new plant, I'd get rid of Cherry Bomb. But okay, you know what? I will show why I don't like Chomper. I'll show why I don't like Chomper and why I'll probably never pick Chomper again for the rest of the run. And the reason is that it's a melee plant. Now, normally you'd think, oh, well, that's not that big of an issue, right? It just hits things that are near it. Well, here's the thing. If the thing that is, like, in front, if it's like a low health basic zombie, like pretend this guy has half health or something, the Chomper will eat it just fine, and then it'll take like 40 seconds before it can do another attack. Meanwhile, there could be something else, like a bucket head in that lane, that requires like more prioritization. So like Chomper is bad because generally speaking, the things it wants to eat are not the things that are actually within its attack range. Not as bad as Cactus? I agree. Yeah, Cactus dealing damage to things eating it, I agree with that completely. I also think that its PvZ2 ability of turning into a spike weed when something is near it is also really good. And for only 175 Sun, for something that can both be a straight shooter and a spike weed, that's pretty good. Not perfect, but, you know, cheaper than a pea shooter and a spike weed combined. Oh yeah, this level is only 1 flag. I don't know if I'm going to be able to demonstrate Chomper being weak, but it's not like I want to pick it again, so. You know what? That's an interesting comparison. Though I feel like I'd consider Gloomshroom to be more area of effect, because it's anything within its area, and not just like one thing. Oh dear god. Okay, so this is an example of where Chomper is actually useful for getting rid of something like a bucket head. A lone bucket head, with nothing else in the lane. Because then it will actually be able to, like, eat its intended target. But yeah, Gloomshroom I'd call area of effect, and then something like Chomper, I can understand not being called a melee plant because it bites things whole. Compared to something like Spikeweed, which is definitely, unambiguously, a melee plant. I mean, the zombies literally have to be on top of it to take damage. Yeah, I've seen it, not in action, but like on wikis. It's interesting. I think they gave its effect to Chili Pepper, sort of, in PvZ3. PvZ3 is an entirely different can of worms. But yeah, clearing a vertical column is really interesting. I am kind of not fighting fair with Chomper here because I'm placing it all the way back here instead of like up here. But the effect is the same. Look at this basic. It has half health. It'll probably thaw by the time these two get to... Yeah. Okay, well, it died, but... The point is, like, usually you don't want something like a Chomper, you want something that deals damage before something like a Bucket Head gets that close. Yeah, don't mention PvZ3. Okay. So, the thing about PvZ3 is that it's fucking awful. I saw the trailer for it, and I just immediately thought, wow, this makes PvZ2 look good, and I don't like PvZ2 at all. So that should be saying something. PvZ3 is, from what I've gleaned, essentially just Gardenscapes, but with Plants vs. Zombies. It's awful. I don't mind the art style, actually. I mind... Okay, old PvZ3 art style, that sucks. But new PvZ3 art style is okay. I especially like Sunflower in that art style. It did her justice. And I also like kind of like Squash as well in that art style, but you know. I mean, yeah. I'm literally doing a challenge about choosing seeds, meanwhile you can't do that in 3. Oh yeah, you also can't replay levels in 3. For some ungodly reason. Technically, you can't replay levels in PvZ1 either. At least in terms of, like, you can't play the original adventure mode twice on the same profile, but, like, you can make a new profile. And there's also the extra adventure. So, like, you know. Oh yeah, and the entire game is built around buying power-ups, which are the instant plants like Cherry Bomb and Jalapeno and Chili Pepper. The problem is that means every single stage is zombie spam. So, you know. It's not good. It is not a good game. It's not well balanced, it's not well designed. It just wants money. I mean, it's PopCap and EA. At this point, what were we expecting? Like, there was a video I watched by Creeps on PvZ3 that essentially said, are we even surprised if you don't like PvZ2, then the only good PvZ game was the original, so we shouldn't be surprised that PvZ3 is bad? It's still disappointing, don't get me wrong, because I want Plants vs. Zombies to be, like, really good. And I also want to clarify, this is a problem of both PopCap and EA. This isn't EA bad, PopCap good. This is EA bad, PopCap also bad. They're both pushing for microtransactions. Also, I should probably mention at this point, I don't think I'm going to be picking Key Shooter like at all for the rest of the run. There's just no reason to. When I have Potato Mine to Sunstall, as well as Snowpea and Repeater. I mean, why even bother? Hello, Devin. Welcome in. There are mods in fan games, which are good. Generally speaking, I haven't played that many mods. Actually, I haven't played any mods. But that's because this laptop is important to me for my education, and I don't want to accidentally compromise it. So I'm being overly cautious with it. So in my time zone, it turns 15 in 4 hours. So this is technically a retro game, or like almost a retro game. Like this is evening of the final day of it not being a retro game. Dude, I don't want to brick my laptop with the PvZ mod. I'm being like very cautious. I'm sorry, Caliber. If it's any consolation, I also feel extremely old. I was talking with my dad a couple days ago, or like yesterday, and at one point I mentioned like when I was a kid, and he pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh god. Ah yes, if I don't want to brick my computer with the gameplay mod, I can do it with a texture mod instead. Outstanding move. I just wanted to blow up the bucket head. I mean, yeah, that's fair. My antivirus thinks that I'm trying to brick my computer when I do any sort of programming, so there's that. Hello, we are about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. Oh, thank you, zombies. Yeah, we did, I think. I remember that. It's crazy. Woohoo! Potato mine installing! Let's go! I have to launch an all-out attack on your computer, literally. Emulators are also, admittedly, a little scary sometimes. But it depends, because there are definitely trusted ones like Dolphin. I love this song so much. So there are a bunch of quote-unquote cheat codes that you can will type into the game, and it'll change various visual but not gameplay aspects. And one of them changes how the lawnmowers look. There's a whole list of them somewhere, but 3 of them require the Tree of Wisdom to be at a certain height. Comper doing its job! Woohoo! This is the Game of the Year version. Dreading the most in this challenge? I don't quite know. I mean, I mentioned Zombotany 2 and Pogo Party earlier, because I definitely am afraid of those. In terms of the adventure, I mean, 5-9 is going to be a pain. Like, anything with a Gargantuar is going to be pain. I love how the pole vaulters, when they get exploded in the air, just completely disappear. So glad that they're accurate to real life with that one. No, that's... I don't know why I made that joke. Yeah, Pogo Party is insane. If I have, like, any strategy for it, it's, use Gloom Shroom and Magnet Shroom. But even that's not enough sometimes. Why am I not planting my, shooters? God. Get out of here. Potato mine! I don't have sunflower for fodder, and sun doesn't matter, but potato mine, let's go! I do not actually know who Osti the Wasty, is that pronouncing it correctly? I don't know who that person is. We got our first mushroom! It's a certified little guy. If I ever recompile this stream and any future streams of this challenge, I'm going to replace Puff Shroom here with Little Guy. Evening 6 slots? I mean, yes, that's what I'm doing. There's a fungus among us. Puff Shrooms, some certified little guys, Dave, come on. Ayo, good, thank you. It's called Plants vs. Zombies, and yet, we get a mushroom. I don't have mushroom for other plants. I get Sunshroom after this, and Sunshroom is really good. Now you may also be wondering why there are so many graves in my lawn. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, of course. Of course you spawn in one of the lanes where I don't already have a Puff Shroom. It's fine. You know, maybe I should have taken Potato Mine. Potato Mine is not particularly good at night, but, you know. I mean, I have 175 Snow Pea, 200 Repeater as my other options. They aren't necessarily known for being cheap. Save up money to purchase cool stuff. That's what I'm doing in real life too. Please, I need HRT so bad. Okay, I think I have enough puff shrooms at this point. Now I'm not just saving up money and actual money. Okay, never mind. There's a newspaper. What's different about the newspaper zombies, you ask? Well, nothing this time. They're just normal. See? Actually, you know what? I'll put a walnut here. That could be a... No, actually, it couldn't be a cone head, but still. HRT so real, yeah. It's such a good reference. I hope Shy Guy Mask is doing okay. I've seen them in at least one comment section, so I know that they're still, like, around. They're just not doing content anymore. So... I should put a walnut here as well. There we go. Oh, that actually reminds me. Will I be able to pick Gravebuster at all? I might not be able to. Ooh. Sunshroom! It's Sunshroom time. I mean, I do like Gravebuster, because it just, you know, clears everything out in terms of space. I don't like having spaces where I can't plant, which is why I used to never use Doomshroom, but I've come around to Doomshroom. Also, it gives me money. When you get 750, I'll give you something really neato. No, you won't. You'll make me lose the challenge. Buckethead, why? Well, I'll have, like, more sun. Yeah. Okay. So I'll need to put a walnut here. Oh yeah, for anyone that hasn't played Plants vs. Zombies and has only seen intervals of 25, seeing the cursed other intervals of just 5... I saw you. Yeah, that's why I didn't use Sunshroom when I was a kid either. I was a dumb kid. I didn't use Potato Mine, I didn't use Sunshroom, I didn't use Doomshroom. What else? I don't remember. I did somehow, like, beat the game as a kid. So I have that going for me. Because it removed a tile for planting. And Kid Me didn't like that. Adult Me is okay with it because, generally speaking, I know that when I use Doomshroom, it's not on a tile that I'm going to be planting on anyway. So it's fine. Also, Doomshroom blows up like a 7x7 area. It's mega OP. Also, Kid Me thought that if you use Sunstream, you wouldn't get back to regular intervals of 25. So I didn't use it. That's not true. If your Sunshrooms stay alive, then you will get back to intervals of 25. It's fine. Here. Risky putting it there without anything in that lane, I think. But, you know, whatever. I'll hold off on more. But I will place walnuts. Maybe. The thing about... Well, here's the thing. I already have that achievement because I'm playing this off of Steam, so I can't get it twice. But I might be able to, like, prove that it's possible. Oh yeah, and at this point we're back to intervals of 25. All of my Sunshrooms will grow. This one will just take a little bit. There we go. See, that's why I called the Puffshroom Certified Little Guy and not Sunshroom, because Sunshroom, you know, he takes a little bit, but he gets big. He's not Certified Big Guy, though. If anyone gets that title, it's Fume Shroom. Which I think I'll be ditching Repeater for. I think. I'm just waiting for when the first bucket head will show up. That will not be fun. If Chomper was, like, actually that powerful, where it could just eat everything super quickly, then they've got to, like, have rebalanced a lot of the other plants too, right? That would take Chomper, like, from F tier, or not F tier, but, like, D tier, like, all the way up to A tier, or S tier. Maybe not S tier. S tier is, like, Puffshroom levels of broken. Oh yeah, you might not think it, but Puffshroom is, like, super broken. So anyone that hasn't played Plants vs. Zombies before and doesn't know that Puffshroom is broken. It costs 0 sun. Other childhood games. Mario Kart Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Feeding Frenzy, which I have speedran, as well. So both versions of Feeding Frenzy. I've speedran both of them, and they're both childhood games of mine. What else? Mario Party 8, that's also one. And Super Mario Galaxy, both of them. I played a lot of Mario games as a kid. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, I can give you some examples of games that I played as, like, a teenager. Like, Kirby Triple Deluxe. I first got that game in 7th grade. And I maintain that Kirby games are some of the best games of all time. Or, like, not all of them, but, like, of the Kirby main series, none of them are bad, and of the Kirby games that are good, they're contenders for some of the best games of all time. I'll say that. Not familiar with Oddworld, because again, if my childhood games lineup didn't give it away immediately. I mostly grew up with Nintendo. I've heard a lot of good things about Kirby's Epic Yarn Caliber, so I trust that it's a good game. It's not a mainline Kirby game, but, you know. Still really good. You probably have, and I just forgot. I do not have good memory. Yes! Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is so good! Yes! This is so true! Oh my goodness, I love Amazing Mirror. I am... Okay, I'm very biased. I didn't play it as a kid, but... God, Amazing Mirror is so good! It is so good. I love it. I love Missile. Missile is such a good Kirby ability, and I love it! Yes, Caliber, play Kirby. Kirby is so good. Yeah, no okay, so no bucket heads, so I don't think I'll need something like Repeater. But I need Fume Shroom. I also need to open my window, I think. Hello, Koopa Troopa. How's it going? Don't mind me opening my window. I need to stand up for this. There we go. It was getting too warm in my room. Oh, mouthful mode? That's a Forgotten Land thing. Forgotten Land is one of the best Kirby games. I would say it's the best Kirby game, but... it's still really good. I'm doing well. Also, Caliber, for someone that doesn't know what it's called, you were, like, very close. Only one. Mass Attack? That's the one where you have 10 Kirbys at once. That is kind of a mood, I think. I first played Amazing Mirror via means that Nintendo does not approve of, but then I later got a cartridge of it and played it on my DS Lite. It's not a very good cartridge, it crashes all the time, but, you know. Bro, get better material. What do you mean you're a noob? Come on, think of something more original. You've got this. Oh, I should start spamming Fume Shroom, shouldn't I? I think they're calling me a noob. I don't know, guess you'll just have to watch the stream to find out. Go! Amazing Mirror color palettes, let's go! On the topic of Amazing Mirror, do you have a spray paint that you use in particular? I try and use the grape one as much as I can. because purple is my favorite color. Now you would think that since purple is my favorite color, one of these mushroom plants would be one of my favorite plants. No. My favorite plant is umbrella leaf. Also, using Snow Pea at night, I don't know, it just feels thematically appropriate. Teal is also a really good color. I don't vibe with anything teal, but teal when done right is really good. Oh no, there's so many zombies, what will I do? Blow them up. I used to play PvZ2 a bit, but I don't anymore. Well, it's complicated. It kind of like... It drained my phone battery really quickly. Okay. Want to buy an extra seed slot? No. Bummer, dude. Okay, Dave. PvZ2 drains my phone battery a lot. Or it used to. I don't know if it still does. It might. But I kind of just stopped playing it because it feels like the difficulty isn't super well balanced, and a lot of the premium plants feel like, oh, you have to get the premium plants because they're super, super broken. And it's just like, wow, that's really scummy of you, PopCap. Listen, if there's ever going to be a plant that costs money, then I would much prefer that it be one that you can grind for in-game. And just use the in-game currency to get it. Like in this game. Snow is really good, and so is orange. I remember playing Squeak Squad quite a bit and trying to do like solo runs with a certain ability, and I'd change the color palette of Kirby to match whatever ability I was using. Which spray do I not like? That's an interesting question. I feel like... I don't know if I like the red one particularly much. And, like, it's not like I hate the color red or anything, it's just, like, it changes the fighter headband from red to white, and I just don't like that for whatever reason. I can't really think of any others, though. I guess none of them really, like, jump out at me as being something I particularly dislike, if that makes sense. Actually, I don't know if I like Ivory either. It just feels a bit, like, plain. Also, wait, did I predict that Conehead with the walnut? That's crazy. Okay, I forgot about that one, to be fair, but that's because it makes Kirby white. It is almost 9 o'clock for me. Which means that this game turns 15 in 3 hours. At least in my time zone. Yeah, white Kirby. White Kirby feels cursed. Pink Kirby, normal. Pastel pink Kirby, also normal. Yellow Kirby, normal. I mean, Kiwi, that's the yellow Kirby. That's normal. White Kirby. Red alert. Favorite Kirby ability? Suplex. Suplex 100%. I love the suplex ability. It's so good. It's so fun. I love it. Others like Beetle and Missile are very close. And Hammer is also really good. Plasma is really good. I used to dislike Plasma. I also used to dislike Suplex, but I came around to both of them. But I came around much more to Suplex than I did Plasma. What else? What are some of my... Oh, UFO is also really good, but that's a given. I have a tier list of Kirby abilities. So, whatever's at the top of that tier list is typically stuff that I really like. Along with some other, like, this is objectively a correct pick for the top of the tier list. Like how Hammer is just objectively a correct pick for the top of the tier list. Because it's Hammer. And Hammer is broken. Even in Forgotten Land, where it isn't broken, it's still broken. Oh, actually, this is a good moment to bring up the fact that Beetle, being one of my more well-liked abilities, when it was brought back for Star Allies, I was initially like very excited, and then I played it in Star Allies, and I was like, wait, why? This feels so off. And it's because Beetle in Triple Deluxe is very, very floaty, but Beetle in Star Allies drops very quickly. It's very different. And it's like night and day switching between the two of them. And that's not to say that Beetle in Star Allies is bad, because it isn't. I soloed the Ultimate Choice Soul Melter EX with Beetle, which is insane for me to think about. So it's not bad. It's still really, really good. It just feels off. And, oh yeah, talking about Triple Deluxe. Number one, I don't know why they didn't bring back water for it. It's literally the nature game for Kirby. And number two, justice for Bell. They just have never brought back Bell outside of Kirby Fighters. And, you know, the other Kirby Fighters games. Why? I love Bell. Bell is so cool. Yeah. Look, we finally get a description for Pea Shooter. Your first line of defense. Not here, they aren't. Not for me. Oh, Doctor, yeah. Because they only brought that back for the Kirby Clash things. Doctor's also really good. I don't like it as much as Bell, I think, but it's also really, really good. Ever play a game called Whack-A-Zombie? I think I have, Dave, actually. I should Google what a square bow is and see if it just confirm that it's not a real thing. Because I've never heard of it before. I think it's just Crazy Dave being Crazy Dave. And if square bows don't exist, that means I can make concept art of what I think they should look like. Oh yeah, Gravebuster propaganda. It can make this stage and the minigame form of it just so much easier. Like, I get that every plant has its time to shine, except for a couple. But, like, Gravebuster on this specific stage. To the degree that, like, neither Ice Shroom nor Potato Mine nor Cherry Bomb can really compete with it. You're just always spending sun on Gravebuster. Also has fast recharge. Also, now that I think about it, where does Gravebuster get the coins? Is it looting the grave? Is there something you want to tell us, Gravebuster? Final wave. Frustrates body. I mean, I guess it's not like a zombie pops out of it anymore. Oh yeah, shout out to what's her name again? Shadester. Hypno Shroom. Bummer, dude. I don't want a 7th seed slot. 7 might be my favorite number, but I can't. This goes against what the challenge is. Also, yeah, Hypno Shroom because Football Zombie. Oh, God, I hate Football Zombie. Actually, wait, now that I just have the short range ones, I can just plant the Sun Shrooms all the way at the back. I'll just do that. It's not like I put anything at the very, very back anyway. I didn't take Snoopy with me. There's only one flag. I'm not going to be able to clear all these graves in time. My dumb brain saw a 2 in the tens place and thought I could afford a Sun Shroom. Yes, I'm enjoying it very much. I mean, in this case, most of these are mushrooms, but they are still being soiled. Wait, is there anything tougher than a basic that isn't him in this stage? Because if so, I could probably just solo this with puff shrooms. Bye, football zombie. Bye. Oh, never mind. There's a cone head. So I have officially used Hypno Shroom once. I've used it exactly one time. I'll probably use it a second time because there will be another football zombie. Well, I did get all the graves cleared in time. Wouldn't you know it? Well, since this is the Game of the Year edition, they're not Michael Jackson zombies, they're just generic disco zombies. I guess technically I'm excited for them because it means I'm progressing through the game. Go away, football zombie. Yeah, infighting! I will say that I do appreciate the reference to Michael Jackson that they did with the zombie, but I also understand why his family didn't particularly enjoy it. If this game didn't come out in 2009, then it probably would have been fine. Favorite zombie? Excellent question. Well, you're making me think quite hard about this. Maybe Buckethead. I just like its design. Oh, Dave stopped asking. Oh boy, this is the state of this is the state of the challenge. I don't have a wall plant. Because I want to use Gravebuster. And then everything else is essentially mandatory for where I'm at in the game. I mean, Scaredy Shroom isn't like mandatory, but I like using it. Maybe I'll just double up on Puff Shrooms. Puff Shroom columns. I'm trying to think of other zombies in this game that I also like. I'm having trouble thinking of any. Aside from, like, Bucket. I mean, maybe also Flag Zombie. Flag Zombie has always had really funny jokes in the Almanac. Across both PvZ1 and PvZ2. I like countering Bungee Zombie and Catapult Zombie with Umbrella Leaf because it's my favorite plant. So if that counts, then those two.
So bad.
I'll hold off on more scary shrooms for now. At least I'll wait until, like, something's guaranteed a threat. Honestly, using Puff Shroom as a wall plant for this stage might actually make a lot of sense just because it's free. Or I'll have Puff Shroom double up on its roll. Just forgot about a scary shroom up here. Probably not the best idea not having a fume shroom ready. But I just get it anyway, so it's fine. Why did I put it in this lane? There's 2 zombies here. And of course, once I place it down, the screen door shows up. At least this one was the easiest placement of my life. Alright, now time to spam fume shrooms. I will say, Fume Shroom, being as powerful as it is very funny. Because look at him. Like, I feel like just looking at this and saying this is one of the best plants in the game is just extremely funny. He's a certified big dude. And he looks so squishy. You'd think, like, oh yeah, well, look at Spike Rock or Cob Cannon. Those are obviously badass plants. Obviously, they're going to be some of the best in the game. And then there's, like, Fume Shroom. Now, I do concede at this point that while the challenge has been fairly straightforward up to this point, I already know when fun and games will stop happening, and it's going to be on 4-1. There's just no way that... There's no way that I'm going to have a particularly good time during Fog. Fog is all about using a bunch of specialized plants to your advantage. So only having 6 slots, where right now I have to choose between Hypno Shroom and Walnut. Yeah. 410 is going to be rough. I can already tell. Oh, here's the dancing zombie. Do I need ice room? I don't need ice room. I think this is fine. For what I'm doing, I don't think I need ice room. Dude, at least 3 out of the 7 levels of night have all had the first zombie appear in the bottom lane. What is going on? I love the bottom. I guess they noticed that I started planting from the top, and they're like, "What if we started at the bottom?" And I just plant a puff shroom in their lane, and they're like, "Oh, foiled again." Oh, I can start planting scaredy shrooms at this point. Oh no, I just realized I'm going to have to choose between Lantern and, like, being able to... Oh no. I'll probably have to, like, completely forego Lantern. Which sucks! Because, like, the whole gimmick of Lantern is that it lets you see! Alright, I need Fume Shroom. I love how the game introduces Ice Shroom as if it's the counter to Dancing Zombie. Meanwhile, it gave you Fume Shroom like 5 levels earlier. I did not get rid of all the graves in time. I repeat, I did not get rid of all the graves in time. Well, I'll still get rid of them all before the level ends. Alright, it's Doom Shroom time. Now I have to pick between Walnut and Doom Shroom. Destroys a large area. Again, large area means larger than the vertical height of any of the maps. So, you know, it's pretty powerful. And it only costs 125. Oh god, cursed top lane. What is going on? Fuck it, I'm putting a scaredy shroom there. There's no way a puff shroom up here will be able to defend itself. Hey, you didn't spawn in the bottom lane this time. Would you like an award? I'm going to take your stunned silence as a no. Listen, it's a family trait. I have to I have to make them. Yes, they are, Caliber. Yes, they are. I'm actually just really hoping the first Conehead doesn't spawn in the top lane. At least not until I get a puff shroom there. Why did I do that? I could have afforded a sunshine. PvZ1 is very, very good. Please give it a shot again if you can. Also, welcome in. Alright, I don't need any more sunshrooms. We're good on that. I just need to make the zombies live in fear. Hi to Caliber's girlfriend. Hi, Vix. Oh, Penguin, I use she, her pronouns. I'm not mad or anything. I just want to clarify that. I'm not mad, I'm informing. Well, the first time I said it, it was me being silly, and the second time I actually said the name. So, you know. Thank you, Caliber. Gaming puff rooms, let's go! We added an in-depth mechanic where you have to collect sun to grow plants, and then we created a plant that costs 0. And we don't think this will cause any issues whatsoever. Again, not mad, just like observing. They wanted to make the little guy, yes. They probably also wanted to make the night mechanic where, like, you don't get any sun from the sky, woo! And because, like, the only other super cheap plants, aside from the ones that cost 0, are like lily pad and sunshroom and potato mine, they're like, we can't just have those. Yes, slightly more balanced in PvZ2, because it will disappear after some time. I'm not a huge fan of that mechanic, but, like, I understand why it exists. I get it. However, typically when I want to rebalance Puffshroom, it makes it so that it's totally unchanged at night, because that's where it's supposed to be used. But during the day, it gets a slower recharge, because you can use it during the day to stall things infinitely. So instead of doing that, it just gets a slower recharge, so you can't do that anymore. Which I think is probably fair. And then Seashroom kind of gets the inverse change, where it's, instead of becoming slower recharge during the day, it gets a faster recharge at night, because it already has a slow recharge for some reason, and I don't know why. Hello, we would like to visit for a midnight snack. How does ice cream and brains sound? Sincerely, the zombies. You know what? I'm not sure how I feel about that kind of a snack. I mean, like, ice cream I get, brains, I'm a bit iffy on it. But, I've always been a picky eater, so maybe I'll give it a shot at some point. Oh, nostalgia bait? In the sense of, like, PopCap bringing back a ton of old plants that aren't particularly good in PvZ2, I don't like that. I like that they're back, I don't like the way that they handled it, I'm going to have to ice shroom a lot, I can tell. This is a surprise tool that will help us later. Or sooner than later if the coneheads disagree with me. I'll also say that I hate Scaredy Shroom's design in PvZ2. It had a beta design that was so much better, and then they made it awful when they officially added it. It literally looks like... I just hate it so much. I should have gave you Doomshroom for Zomboss. That would be pretty cool, but it would just end up doing the same damage as one of the jalapenos. At the cost of a crater, so... I mean, it would be very climactic, it would make sense, because it's literally a nuke. But it would end up being slightly underwhelming. But, like, I get it. Doomshroom is cool. Oh yeah, also, I hate the redesigned purpose of Ice Shroom in PvZ2. They gave Ice Shroom's abilities to something else. So they're like, fuck, man, we gotta make Ice Shroom unique. So they just made it a melee plant, as opposed to something that could do something interesting. Why? Why do you do this to me, PopCap? Oh yeah, even if the backup dancers aren't visibly slowed, if the lead is slowed, then the backup dancers also get slowed down. Cool little tidbit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks so bad. Why do they do it like? Why'd they make it look like that? Oh my god. There are 3 screen doors up here? Okay. Just go away. Also, yeah, 7 area. It hit something down here when I planted it up here. It's ridiculous. Right, enough. Okay, not a perfect area. But, you know, it's still, like, really freaking OP. Dude, please, just give me 1 fume shroom. I don't need anything else. Just 1 fume shroom. Why are you doing this to me, game? I need 1 fume shroom. Dude, come on, I already have 2 doom shrooms. Just give me a fume shroom. Please. Oh. 1 fume shroom. Bare minimum obtained. Yeah, like Boom Balloon Flower already references him with her plant food, so why bring him back? Is it just so that you can have the crater sprite? Is it that you can play off nostalgia? PopCap, come on. I don't need the Hypno Shroom for this. I'll hypnotize Football Zombie anyway, just for the lols. But, you know, Doom Shroom. That being said, I feel like a balanced Doom Shroom makes sense, I guess. Because if it costs 200 and does the same thing, that would still be really nice. Though I don't actually know everything about PvZ2 instance. I know Cherry Bomb exists in PvZ2, obviously. I know Primal Potato Mine exists. I know Ice Bloom exists. For some reason. Crater Sprite has been in the game for a long time. Oh my god, then why are they adding Doom Shroom now? What? Can't even use your mushrooms because they fall asleep during the day. It is just dandy, Crazy Dave, I agree. Walnut or Cherry Bomb? Oh god. I'm going with Walnut, I guess. But yeah, if the Crater Sprite has been there the whole time, what was stopping them from adding Doom Shroom exactly? They added like other plants that... Whatever. I don't know if I'll ever understand PopCap's design philosophy for PvZ2 outside of we want money. This is like part of why I hate microtransactions. I think they're a predatory system. Why did I take Walnut? I have Snow Pea and Repeater, and the strongest thing here is a Conehead. Why do I have Walnut? I will need Walnut for... what's its face? Snorkel Zombie. Yeah, that feels weird. I get that PvZ is a big thing in China, but PvZ is a big thing outside of China too, so like why is it just a China thing? Whatever. At least Plantern has like some semblance of a PvZ2 sprite. It's just in the Chinese version. Actually, I don't know why there are so many plants absent from international versions compared to China. Because there are some that are like, this would definitely work as an international plant. Like Lily of Alchemy, like, come on, it looks so cool. Let the rest of us use it. Why am I planting in the ground lanes? I can't use potato mine in the water. I also plant the walnuts here for the ambush. Oh yeah, there are ambush zombies in the pool stages, so this and Fog. They come out of the pool, like in the middle of it. Don't ask me why there are zombies in the middle of my pool. Because I don't know why. There's a different development team? Actually, that would explain quite a lot. I mean, I do understand that developing what China has on the scale that they have, like, yeah, that requires more people. But it completely free range? That explains a lot. They like the pool? I guess. I mean, it is May. It's hot outside, what can I say? I had to open my window so that it wouldn't be boiling in here. And I live, like, in a relatively temperate place. Actually, that's not true. I live in a relatively cold place. And I still get hot in my room, because it's May. Squash. Let's go squash. I have a piece of trivia related to squash. Squash was used in the demo version. Oh dear God, Fall Zombie. It was used in the demo version instead of Potato Mine. So when you beat 1-5, you got Squash instead of Potato Mine. And it's like, look at all these cool plants you can get if you play the full version, and one of them is Potato Mine. And I'm not sure why they did that, because Squash and Potato Mine are extremely similar. Also, Squash, I think, is one of the best puns in PvZ, alongside, like, what, Pea Shooter? Because, like, not only is that what it is, it's what it does. Chinese Plants vs. Zombies 2 collabed with Subway Surfer? Excuse me? What timeline am I living in? I am aware of Steam Age, though. Is Steam Age just like a generic Victorian period? Like early Industrial Revolution? Or is it like specifically separate from that? I can use squash in the water lanes, whereas I can't use potato mine there. You may think that's weird because squash squashes things. And it's not like you can squash something against the surface of the water, at least not in this context. But, I mean, you do you, game. I ain't judging. I like that I can use squash in the water. Which means I'll probably end up using squash instead of potato mine for this, because I don't think it's a good idea to try and rely on tangle kelp, because it's tangle kelp and can only be planted in the water. Yeah, I'm just not going to pick tangle kelp. Screw that. Speaking of tangle kelp, I love its Plants vs. Zombies 2 visual design. It looks so cool there. I had a friend that drew fan art of tangle kelp using its PvZ2 design. It looked so fucking cool. British industrial period was originally going to be more steampunk themed. I see. Fleshing out what the world intended to do. Okay, so it turned out generic Industrial Revolution, but it was supposed to be steampunk. Got it. Hi, Buckethead. If you get too close to my repeater, I will squash you. Okay, it stands no chance. I'll be fine. Now, I do want to test if this combo of Snowpea Repeater can DPS a football zombie. I don't think it will, because football zombies are fucking insane. But, you know, I have Squash. Squash doesn't have an arming time. Bye, newspaper zombie. I'm actually thinking of Roof right now. I don't think I'll... Either I won't use Coffee Bean at all, or it'll just be for Fume Shroom. Yeah, because Fume Shroom during the day costs $150, because Coffee Bean is $75. $150 is honestly a very reasonable price for a daytime Fume Shroom. Fume Shroom is really good. Fume Shroom being $75 at night feels steep sometimes, but it's so good. I mean, yeah, it is, because you'd think like, oh, it's shooting fumes. Shouldn't the roof push that away? Apparently, the developers say, nah, it just kind of works. Okay, this is not going to work. Bye, football zombie. And if things get dicey, I have a cherry bomb. God. There we go. Cherry bomb range can be weird sometimes. Same with Doom Shroom. See? Squash works in the water. I don't know why, but it does. I'm also not going to be using 3-peater, because this doesn't really help me right now. You... Okay. It's walnut time. But yeah, Fume Shroom working on the roof is very weird. Because it's like, oh, all straight shooters just don't work on the roof. So pea shooter and whatnot, you just can't use them. But then you have Fume Shroom, and it's just like, well, it shoots straight, but apparently it's exempt for some reason. Welcome in. This is actually the PC version of the game. Yeah. I like the little zombies on your lawn motif that Watery Graves does. It's very nice. This level seems very generous with zombie spawns. Either that, or I just put down snow peas too early the last couple of stages. Hey, Deadfruit, welcome in. We're playing Plants vs. Zombies 1, but only with 6 seed slots at any point. We've gotten this far. And I can already tell you that fog is going to be a nightmare. Oh boy, it's snorkel zombie time. This is kind of why I like the catapult plants much more than the straight shooting ones. They can just hit the snorkel zombies even when they're in the water. No walnut or lily pad required. Well, you still need a lily pad for the catapult itself, but you know. It's not like you need to stop these guys. They just keep alternating snorkel zombies. What is going on? Well, now they're not. What's so different? What's so different about this lane? And then there's one up here. And then the next one's going to be down here, I think. Probably. Actually, it's the end of the... Nope. Up there. Why? What? What is going on? I mean, okay. Yeah, obviously they're gonna be spamming snorkel zombies. I don't remember them spamming snorkel zombies this much. Oh my goodness. It does make me think. There was this whole discussion about nostalgia bait earlier. Do you think the snorkel zombies in Big Wave Beach are nostalgia bait? Or is it just playing off the fact that Big Wave Beach has water? I'd argue that Dolphin Rider Zombie would be nostalgia bait if it was added. But is Snorkel Zombie nostalgia bait? Deadfruit says it makes sense. Part of me thinks it makes sense, part of me doesn't. I can pole vaulter. I'm very split on it. I also think I'm going to stop stream after 3.5 because I do need to be like respectful of the people that live around me. So it's getting close to 10 p.m., which is when I'm supposed to be quiet. So yeah. So after 3.5, I will sign up for the night, and then I will finish this challenge on stream next time. Or at least I'll finish adventure mode. Because, you know, there's a whole ton of other stages that need to be done. Like all the mini games. I'm very glad, Caliber. Something that I've noticed is that it's also really good for me to just have some kind of background noise to do art to. Doesn't necessarily have to be a stream. Actually, it's usually better that it's not a stream for me in particular because I want to engage. But just having something there, you know. Oh yeah, can I also just say, I don't know why I just thought of this now, but I did. I totally headcanon Snopey as trans. I don't know. Something about Snopey just makes me think, like, at least in terms of Snopey in the Almanac, and like all the other plants in the Almanac, they're usually like given specific personalities. So like that specific Snopey, to me, I headcanon as trans. Dude, that would be hell, actually. Because you'd have half of your seed slots randomly shuffled for you. Like sometimes Crazy Dave pulls some winners out, but then it's like here's half a strategy that requires 8 seed slots, and it's just like I have 3 extra. I can't do anything with this. Ripping the zombie with one of the plants. I mean, it's not the weirdest thing I've seen about this game. The Steam community page for Plants vs. Zombies is wild. It's like a 50-50, well, not a 50-50 chance. I mean, half of them are shitposts, and the other half are like fan art or small little details. But like the stuff that you see in the Plants vs. Zombies community page is just totally wild. I can't even describe it. I don't think YouTube would allow me to describe it. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Party yesterday and challenged myself to not be toxic to my playmates. Last I lost because I'm not allowed to be toxic, damn. At work not being toxic just to lose. I mean, I have some big talk here because I genuinely just try not to be I try not to be toxic in general. Okay, well, party game, that changes things. Because I'm thinking of like, I don't want to be toxic in a game like Splatoon. If it was a party game like Mario Party, then you've got to clown on your friends at least a little bit. Welcome in. I'm trying. Maybe you know what? I should replace half my sunflowers with repeaters. We in fact do not want zombies on the lawn. Zombies bad, yes. Dude, once I get Cattail, the early game is solved. But that'll be for next time. Again, I'm stopping after 3-5 tonight. But then, you know, I'll get Cattail. Actually, I can't get Cattail. No, I don't get Cattail until Fog. Oh no. Well, at least Cattail is pretty good in Fog. Because I don't have to take Cactus at all, because screw Cactus. Upgrade plants, it depends on the upgrade plant. With the Sunstall strategy I'm doing, Twin Sunflower might genuinely be a detriment, because you'd have at least 3 slots just for sun production, which I don't think is viable. But something like Gatling Pea or Cattail could definitely work. Violating YouTube guidelines? Fair enough. Yeah, Cactus sucks. And Snow Pea is definitely OP. It's very, very OP. It's not very, very OP, but like until you get Winter Melon, it's extremely good. Your balloony. I'm just thinking of Dr. Doofenshmirtz and how Balloony left him. You know what? Screw this Buckethead. Melon is just a better Snow Pea in every way. Yes, absolutely. It deals splash, it deals heavy damage, it can solo a bucket. On my car key. Why did the zombies have your car keys, Dave? Plants are more susceptible to being nostalgia bait in PvZ2 than zombies? Okay, that is totally fair. You actually use the plants. Why do you have a shop out of your car, Dave? Also, why do you have slots here? I'm not buying them. Taking these, and then I can't afford anything else. Because I guess the rake is... The rake tipped it over. Slot speed banned. Man, I wanted Gatling Pea, actually. They eat card keys. I mean, that's fair. They do eat some weird stuff. Sometimes it makes them come out real little. I think those are called children, Dave. Real little and real mean. Defend your shins. It's because he's crazy. Yeah, that's true. I even made a note of that earlier. Man. Look at them. They're so small. I don't actually like this minigame at all. It feels like you're just constantly being overwhelmed. Crazy Dave does sound funny. One of the cheat codes is making the zombies dance. You need a high level Tree of Wisdom in order to do that. But you know, I have a 100% save file. Okay, no more football zombie. See, even in this context where the zombies have less HP, football zombies still suck. Yes, they absolutely do. Football is cringe, Plants is based. I agree. Football being better than All-Star, yeah. One of the criticisms I've heard about All-Star Zombie is that it's unreactable. Save cherry bombs for football? I mean, yeah. Like that. It's not exactly saving them if I keep using them. Yeah, it's utterly insane. Why is All-Star like that? Lily pad? Jalapeno moment. Alright. So with that, I do need to end stream now. I mean, I'll buy Gatling P. But yeah, I want to be respectful of the neighbors, so I gotta head out now. So, it was very, very fun, everyone. I had a great time. I will be continuing this. If you're in a time zone where it's already the 15th of May, 15th of May, 5th of May, what world am I living in? If you live in a time zone where it's already May 5th, well, happy 15th anniversary to Plants vs. Zombies. That's where the 15 was coming from. And if you're like me, where it's not the 5th yet, then happy early birthday to Plants vs. Zombies. May the 5th be with you. Oh, yeah. Man, today was Star Wars Day, wasn't it? Because it's May the 4th. But whatever. I don't really care. Pepperpult, that is Frostbite Caves. Frostbite Caves sucks. Anyway, take care, everyone. It was very, very nice having you all here. It was very fun. Yes, I'll be continuing this. I will not be able to finish literally everything, but I will be able to finish at least adventure mode. Next time I do this challenge will almost certainly be tomorrow. I still haven't thought of a sign off. So there's that. But take care, everyone. I'll see you all next time.